بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. May the peace and the blessing of the Lord be with you and upon you, my dearest. This is our last episode on the life and legacy and the struggles of a Prophet Moses, peace be upon him, Musa ibn Imran, ala nabiyina wa ala alihi wa alayhi salatu wassalam. So after the defeat of Pharaoh and Haman and their party, they were crushed. And they lost a huge number of their followers. Almost all those sorcerers and magicians who have been gathered from all over the country for this decisive day of confrontation with Moses, they moved to the side of Moses. They believed in Moses' Lord. On the other hand, Pharaoh was losing. He was losing his grip on his nation. And therefore, tyrants, when they are defeated, they become hysterical. They become irrational. They start acting in a crazy way, in a weird way, just to survive, just to do anything to survive. So rather than releasing the children of Israel and removing the punishment and the persecution from them, Pharaoh and his army, they intensified their hate and their persecution of the Israelites. And because of this climate of fear and horror that Pharaoh created, only few people were able to declare publicly their loyalty to Moses. فَمَا آمَنَ لِمُوسَى إِلَّا ذُرِّيَّةٌ مِّن قَوْمِهِ, from his own people, the Israelites. على خوف من فرعون وملئهم أن يفتنهم وإن فرعون لعال في الأرض وإنه لمن المسرفين. Because of the fear of persecution, few of them were able to declare their support and their loyalty to Moses. But Moses said to his community, وَقَالَ مُوسَى يَا قَوْمِ إِن كُنْتُمْ آمَنْتُمْ بِاللَّهِ, if you trust God, if you have real faith in God, فَعَلَيْهِ تَوَكَّلُوا, put your trust in Him, depend on Him. God is going to find you a way out of this. فَعَلَيْهِ تَوَكَّلُوا إِن كُنْتُمْ مُسْلِمِينَ, if you are real submitters to God, then practice tawakkul. Tawakkul means you do your share, your part, and then you put your trust in God. God is going to take care of this case. Don't worry. If there is goodness in this case for you, God is going to make it happen. If not, then you shouldn't worry about it. فَعَلَيْهِ تَوَكَّلُوا إِن كُنْتُمْ مُسْلِمِينَ. فَقَالُوا, their answer was, the Israelites' answer was, عَلَى اللَّهِ تَوَكَّلْنَا, we put our trust in God. رَبَّنَا لَا تَجْعَلْنَا فِتْنَةً لِلْقَوْمِ الظَّالِمِينَ. Do not make us victims. Fitna in this context, it means victims to the wrongdoers. And do not let us lose our faith to them or before them. Don't. Keep our faith strong. And this is a prayer, my friends, that you and me should repeat every single day. Oh God, don't make me a victim. Don't make me lose my faith in you. رَبَّنَا لَا تُزِغْ قُلُوبَنَا. الزَّيْغ is al-inhiraf, deviation, going astray. رَبَّنَا لَا تُزِغْ قُلُوبَنَا بَعْدَ إِذْ هَدَيْتَنَا. Do not allow our hearts, our minds, our faith goes into the wrong direction. After you guided us, after you saved us, keep me on that path. Because many people, they started the journey good, on the right path, but halfway through, they lost their direction. They were confused. As a result, they lost their faith. They could not continue to the end. It's like a marathon. Yesterday, we had Los Angeles Marathon. 24,000 people participated. But only a handful of them, they reached the last line. Only a handful of them, they reached the end. Maybe 23,000 of them, they could not make it to the end. In this life, we have a marathon. You have to reach the end. Be steady, be persistent, be strong. You will continue. You will continue to the end. Don't be of those who begin running very fast, but then after a few meters they stop. Their hearts are going to pound and they almost have heart attack. Don't be like those people. Begin with the steady steps, but with resolution, determination that I'm going to continue. رَبَّنَا لَا تُزِغْ قُلُوبَنَا بَعْدَ إِذْ هَدَيْتَنَا. So he said to them, they said, لَا تَجْعَلْنَا فِتْنَةً لِلْقَوْمِ الظَّالِمِينَ. We don't want to be victims, so the wrongdoers, they take advantage of us, they put pressure on us, so we lose our faith. Some women, they lost their hijab. Their hijab was perfect in the beginning. Perfect hijab. But when she moved to another school, when she moved to college, when she started working, and in some cases when she got married. When she was single, she observed hijab. When she got married, rather than keeping the hijab, she threw the hijab away. Some of them, they started with not missing their prayers, performing 5 daily prayers. Halfway through, they stopped. Some of them used to give charity generously. Halfway through, they stopped. It happens. It could happen to any one of us. So always say, رَبَّنَا لَا تُزِغْ قُلُوبَنَا بَعْدَ إِذْ هَدَيْتَنَا. Keep our hearts healthy and strong with you, connected to you, so we don't lose our faith. We don't go into another direction. And then they said, وَنَجِّنَا بِرَحْمَتِكَ مِنَ الْقَوْمِ الْكَافِرِينَ. Deliver us with your own mercy from the people of disbelief. Here, there was a new command to Moses and his community. وَأَوْحَيْنَا, we revealed to Moses, وَأَخِيهِ, Aaron, أَن تَبَوَّأَ لِقَوْمِكُمَا بِمِصْرَ بُيُوتًا. You have to take dwelling in Egypt, meaning probably they lived outside. Now God wants them to live among the community, in the middle of the community, so they can have an impact. Because if you live somewhere outside the city, who's going to see you? Who's going to interact with you? Who's going to hear your voice, let alone believing in you? So you have to be among the people. Reformers, they should be among the people. People should have access to them. People should see them and interact with them. So God said to Moses and his brother that take dwellings and تبوأ لقومكما, to your community, which is the Israelites, بمصر, inside the city, بمصر بيوتا. And there is second and third command. The second one, وَاجْعَلُوا بُيُوتَكُمْ قِبْلَةً. There are two opinions here as to the meaning of this phrase, وَاجْعَلُوا بُيُوتَكُمْ قِبْلَةً, and make your homes qibla. Some say that make your homes qibla, it means perform daily prayers, canonical prayers in your homes. Establish the 5 daily prayers inside your homes. This is how you make your house and your home a qibla. The other opinion said, this is a metaphor. It means that make your homes facing each other. Facing each other so you know each other and you work together and you respect each other and you help each other. So there are two opinions to the meaning of this verse. One, it says, establish prayers inside your homes so your homes become qibla. The second says, no, homes has to face each other because you live in a society, in a community. And the community, they should know each other. It's not good in two neighbors who don't speak to each other, who are giving their backs to each other. It's not good. You have to work together. Social cohesion is important. The third command, وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَبَشِّرِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, and establish prayers. So the first opinion is more likely to be true, meaning that because of this, the third command, وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ, establish prayers, so it has to do with the sentence in the middle, وَاجْعَلُوا بُيُوتَكُمْ قِبْلَةً, make your homes towards the qibla, places of worship, وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ, and establish the prayers. So you connect yourself to God. And once you connect yourself to God, you are strong and you are a victor. Then look at those bad people who were around Pharaoh. Rather than, advising him to calm down, to change his mind, to change his policies. But there are some people who are more corrupt than the tyrant himself. We see this in the current times. Sometimes a president is corrupt, and you find those who are around him are more corrupt than him. They don't allow him to change his mind or his policies. And this is exactly what God says about the notables who surrounded Pharaoh in Surah Al-A'raf, verse 127. وَقَالَ الْمَلَأُ مِنْ قَوْمِ فِرْعَوْنَ أَتَذَرُ مُوسَى وَقَوْمَهُ لِيُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَيَذَرَكَ وَآلِهَتَكَ. They came to him, they provoked him. They said to him, do you allow Moses and his community to commit mischief in the land? And then he humiliates you and your deities? His answer was, قَالَ سَنُقَتِّلُ أَبْنَاءَهُمْ وَنَسْتَحْيِي نِسَاءَهُمْ. We will slay their sons and we will spare their women or their daughters. وَإِنَّا فَوْقَهُمْ قَاهِرُونَ. We are irresistible above them. We're going to crush them. We're going to defeat them. They were provoking him. Here, Moses turned to his community. In the face of these intimidations and the intensity of the persecution against them, he gave this advice to his community. وَقَالَ مُوسَى, he said to his community, اسْتَعِينُوا بِاللَّهِ وَاصْبِرُوا. Wow, what a beautiful sentences. اسْتَعِينُوا بِاللَّهِ. Seek help from God. Yes, the pressure is intensifying on us. They are threatening us. But yet, seek help and guidance from God. Sta'inu billah. This is a beautiful sentence that you may say it to your son, to your wife, to your husband, to your friend. Always, when you come across something difficult in your life, say, Ista'in billah. Ista'in billah. Seek help from Lord. This is a beautiful prayers. Ista'inu billah. Wasbiru. Some people say, watch out, be careful, take care of yourself. All of them are good, of course. But for me, I believe in the glory of this sentence. Sta'inu billah. Seek help and guidance from the Lord. He would not let you down. Wasbiru. After seeking help from Him, be patient. Be patient. Victory will come. But you have to be patient. Don't complain. Say, whatever is happening to me, God can see this. God will notice it. وَاصْبِرُوا إِنَّ الْأَرْضَ لِلَّهِ. Indeed, the government of the land, the management of this land, of these human societies, لِلَّهِ يُورِثُهَا. He will bequeath it, مَنْ يَشَاء, whoever He likes, among مِنْ عِبَادِهِ, among His servants, وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. This land belongs to God, and He will bequeath it to whomever He likes among His servants. But remember always, this is an important maxim. It does not change. An important law. وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. The ending, the good ending, is for the pious. If you are pious, you will succeed. You will triumph. وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. They said to him, قَالُوا أُوذِينَا مِنْ قَبْلِ أَنْ تَأْتِينَا. أُوذِينَا مِنْ قَبْلِ أَنْ تَأْتِيَنَا. Oh Moses, we were harassed and persecuted even before you came to us. It's a long story. It's a long history of persecution. وَمِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جِئْتَنَا. After you came too, we were persecuted. The answer was to these complaints. Listen to the answer. قَالَ عَسَى رَبُّكُمْ. Maybe, عَسَى, maybe your Lord, أَنْ يُهْلِكَ عَدُوَّكُمْ. He will perish, He will cause to perish your enemy. وَيَسْتَخْلِفَكُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. You will be replaced in ruling the earth. Maybe your Lord will perish your enemies, and He will bring you as successors in the land. But here is the lesson. فَيَنْظُرْ كَيْفَ تَعْمَلُونَ. God will see how you're going to conduct things. Are you going to be tyrants? After being oppressed, are you going to be oppressors? And this is what happened. This is exactly what happened. After being oppressed, they became oppressors, oppressing others. And it happens with many nations. Many nations, they were oppressed. They were victims. But when they controlled, when they put their grip on power, they started oppressing others, forgetting that one day they themselves were oppressed. And they should not do that, because they learned a lesson. But man soon forgets. إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَيَطْغَى. Because of wealth, because of power, because of prestige. He would forget, and he transgresses. فَيَنْظُرْ كَيْفَ تَعْمَلُونَ. And of course, the persecution continued, and God tested the Egyptians with 9 types of punishments, so they would stop, but they didn't, until the huge miracle took place. And the army of Pharaoh, him and his army, were drowned in the Nile River. And God said, we will save your body. فَالْيَوْمَ نُنَجِّيكَ بِبَدَنِكَ لِتَكُونَ لِمَنْ خَلْفَكَ آيَةً. We cause your body to be saved and rescued, so you become a sign for those who will come after you. And I visited the body of this Pharaoh in the Egyptian Museum in downtown Cairo. You can see his body. You can see his face. It has been mummified. And it is displayed in the museum. And this is testimony to the verse in the Quran. None of his army was saved except the leader, Pharaoh. Why? So generations would come and look at him and remember that this guy drowned because of his tyranny, because of his corruption. And that is the end of every corrupt. Whereas Moses, though being from the oppressed and the weak and the neglected, he was victorious. And he saved his community, and he took them to the Sinai desert, but they stayed there for 40 years because they kept disobeying him. They said to him, go and fight. You and your Lord, fight the bad ones. Inna hahuna qa'idun. We are enjoying our time here. So they lived in diaspora for 40 years. 136 times Moses has been mentioned in the Holy Quran, in 34 chapters. It's all reminders for us, the Muslims, to learn and take lessons and be inspired and try to change our life. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.